Hey everyone, Simon Says Money here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'd like to present more information on my research, Bitcoin. Before we get into this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification because I share my research with you guys so we can make money together. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor or CPA. Please use your own investment decision. Now let's go crush it, make some money together, and let's get on to this video. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said Monday that cryptocurrencies remain an unstable store of value and the central bank is in no hurry to introduce a competitor. Jay Powell said cryptocurrencies are primarily a speculative asset. They are highly volatile and therefore not really useful stores of value, and they are not backed by anything, said during a recent panel discussion on digital banking hosted by the Bank for International Settlements. It's more of a speculative asset that essentially a substitute for gold rather than the dollar. To move forward on this, we would need buy-in from Congress, from the administration, from broad elements of the public, and we haven't really begun the job of that public engagement. So you can expect us to move with great care and transparency with regard to developing a central bank digital currency. Again, Jay Powell said that on Monday, yesterday, March 22nd, 2021. I would like to share my research on Bitcoin again here, therefore I made this video. First, I would like to show who owns Bitcoin and how many Bitcoins they hold, their cost, and their current values. This is the bitcointreasuries.org website. It has all the holdings, well, most of the big holdings on here. We can see that MicroStrategy is in the lead with 91,326 Bitcoin. Average cost was $2,211,000,000 and now it's worth more than $5 billion. Tesla coming out second, 48,000 Bitcoin. $1.5 billion in Bitcoin has turned into more than $2.5 billion, so almost doubling within a short period of time. Square, Marathon Holding, you can go in depth on these companies. Some are private, so they don't really have the cost or more information on the Bitcoin. And then we can see some ETF like Grayscale Bitcoin Trust with 649,000 Bitcoin. It looks like some rich and visionary people have been preparing themselves for the upcoming revolutionary change in asset and bank management. Bitcoin's 9 million% rise this decade leaves the skeptics against. This was posted December 30th, 2019. That's incredible. This article summarized the first 10 years from 2009 to 2019's Bitcoin's price change. It was really 90,000 times rise. Here I show some stats data on Bitcoin. Total Bitcoins in circulation, we have 18,661,194. Total Bitcoin to ever be produced, the standard 21 million. Percentage of total Bitcoins mined, 88%. Total Bitcoins left to mine, only 2.3 million. Total Bitcoin left to mine until the next block half. I do explain the block half in my previous video, so if you want to check out video number 55 on my channel, you can check out what halving of the Bitcoin actually means. The price of Bitcoin is around to the $55,000 to $57,000, depending on when you're watching this video. Total market cap, more than $1 trillion, and total Bitcoin generated per day, we have a 900 Bitcoin generated per day. People always say that they belong to the middle class. I am definitely not in the 1% of wealthy people. Well, if you do want to get into that 1% club, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still at an early stage. If you hold just 0.28 Bitcoin, just slightly more than 1/4 of Bitcoin, you are part of the 1%. That shows how the scarcity of Bitcoin is now. And as you know, if an asset is in scarcity, that asset's price will go up. Again, there are only 21 million Bitcoins maximum which can be mined, no more. And it is believed that around 4 to 6 million Bitcoins have been lost. Yes, and I mean lost forever. Why? Because at the beginning of Bitcoin's existence, it was valued only about 4 to 5 cents per coin. Even during a short period of time, it cost less than a penny per coin. And people just stored them somewhere and then probably forgot their keys, their passcode to retrieve those Bitcoins. Mining Bitcoins becomes more and more difficult, and one day all of the Bitcoins will be mined. So you can see its scarcity of Bitcoin. This article was posted January 8th, 2021. How much Bitcoin does it take to break into the 1% club? And we can scroll, there's a tweet From Jake, if you own 0.28 BTC, Bitcoin, you're statistically guaranteed to be in the richest 1% of the world in terms of BTC. So this was in February, so it might be a little more right now. So you got to get at least 0.3 Bitcoin and you're technically in the 1%. So that could be a good bragging rights to your friends and family. Who is buying up all the Bitcoin? Well, those wealthy people see the great potential of Bitcoin. Although they are still in the minority, the truth is often held in the hands of the minority at the beginning, as I presented in my last videos. A growing number of institutional investors are piling into Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some of the biggest public companies that hold Bitcoin. The first is MicroStrategy, big news coming out the last couple of weeks from them. And then we have a tweet, Michael Saylor. Some have asked how much hashtag BTC I own. I personally hashtag HODL, hold on for dear life, 17,732 BTC in his own personal wallet, which I bought at $9,882 each on average. I informed MicroStrategy of these holdings before the company decided to buy Bitcoin for itself. Crazy stuff. And then Tesla bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. They had a cash holding of $19 billion cash and decided to put $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. So if you have Tesla stock, technically part of your Tesla shares are in Bitcoin. Galaxy Digital Holding, another good company, Grayscale ETF, and so on. Interestingly, in 2021, there are more retail investors than institutional investors who purchase and hold Bitcoins. Not like in 2020, there were more institutional buyers. It means that more and more people realize that Bitcoin is an important asset, and they are entering this investment area. I presented this table in my previous video. More and more individuals are entering the so-called minority group. Just look back 10 years ago, Bitcoin cost less than $4. 5 years ago, it was about $300. Or even 1 year ago, it was around $4,000. And you can imagine in 6 months, or in 1 year, or in 5 years, what the Bitcoin price is. Remember, there is a limited Bitcoin supply, only 21 million Bitcoin. I also found an article by Modern Consensus, and we all know who this is, Tom Lee. Fundstrat chief also sees just two variables explaining 93% of price movements since 2013. This article was posted on January 17, 2018. And Tom Lee back then said Bitcoin will hit $10 million. Tom Lee argues that the Bitcoin will be priced at $10 million, albeit a decade or two from now. The former JP Morgan U.S. chief equity strategist made his case as the keynote speaker at the Cryptocurrencies Money of the Future conference put on CFA Society in New York on Tuesday evening. So back in January 2018. Bitcoin could be $10 million before millennials start to retire. And they are all going to retire because they can buy planets with all that money. Also, the CEO and owner of Intercontinental Exchange, the ICE, the company that owns NYSE, has decided to form a new firm called Bakkt. Additionally, he stated that Bitcoin might become the first currency that would be accepted and used worldwide. Many wealthy people, especially those who have access to info that we ordinary people are not able to access, are quickly accumulating the Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's price reached $100,000 per coin, which I believe that it will reach this year easily, many countries' central banks will consider that Bitcoin becomes one of the reserves. Also, an article, Bitcoinness.com, Bitcoin may soon be part of every financial portfolio, posted October 6, 2017. So right before the run-up to $19,000 to almost $20,000 per Bitcoin back then in late 2017. Bitcoin continues to gain traction. Back then, CEO JP Dimon despised Bitcoin, but now JP Morgan is getting into the crypto and Bitcoin space. And the next essential assets of every portfolio. And the tweet by Lloyd Blankfein, still thinking about Bitcoin, no conclusion, not endorsing/rejecting, know that folks also were skeptical when paper money displaced gold. A tweet back from October in 2017. If you don't want to trade Bitcoin or don't know which cryptocurrency you want to buy, Grayscale's ETF would be a good choice. It's a ticker symbol GBTC. So just add a G before the BTC, Bitcoin ticker, and you should be able to trade that in your stock portfolio. Buy Bitcoin shovels or buy Bitcoin? That is the question. Bitcoin mining stocks have generated returns far greater than the Bitcoin cryptocurrency in the digital assets recent bull market. That makes them worth investors' attention. But these miners are risky and should be expected to fall more than Bitcoin in a digital currency crash. My opinion is that Bitcoin is likely to be a better long-term bet. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, turn on that bell notification, and let me know in the comments, do you have Bitcoin? Are you planning on getting Bitcoin? I'll also have a link to a Coinbase account where you can get $10 of Bitcoin free when you just sign up and deposit $100 using my referral link. I also get $10 worth of Bitcoin as well, so you can support the channel by opening a Coinbase account with my link. Again, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.